Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Yo, what's up guys? It's Jeff from Updated, and today Apple had their usual annual September event where we saw a ton of new products. We have information on when the next generation of iOS will be released and a whole lot more. So let's get into a quick 5-minute recap of what exactly happened at today's Apple event. Today's video is brought to you by Privado VPN, by far the best free VPN service out there. So with Privado VPN, you can actually use their free monthly plan and still get access to 12 server locations, 10 gigabytes of data per month, and you can enjoy a zero-log VPN experience so you have peace of mind that your data is truly remaining private. So if you are looking for a secure VPN service that costs $0 per month for premium service features, check out Privado VPN by heading down to the link in the video description below. Or you can just head over to privadovpn.com/updated. Okay, so first Apple starts off by talking about Apple TV Plus and all of the things they've accomplished through that new media platform. And then they go on to announce all of what new shows will be premiering very soon. Some of those include The Morning Show, I think coming this Friday. We have Foundation, See, Invasion, and a whole lot more. So make sure to stay tuned in the coming months for more Apple TV Plus specific content on that platform. Now up next was the iPad. Apple first announced the 9th generation iPad, which is more of the entry-level iPad in the iPad, iPad mini, and iPad Pro lineup. Now, the specs of the new generation of iPad, the 9th generation, include a new A13 Bionic chip with 20% faster performance over the 8th generation, and that chip also enables better autofocus and low light photo taking capabilities via the Neural Engine in that new chip for the iPad. Now, some other new hardware is the 12 megapixel ultra-wide front-facing camera, which allows for Apple's center stage technology that can be used, of course, through FaceTime or other compatible apps like Zoom. Now, this all comes with iPadOS 15 built into the iPads when they are delivered, and this iPad sells for $329 for the entry-level 64 gigabyte model. You can order today, September 14, and they will be available sometime next week in store and also for delivery. Now, moving on, and we have the new iPad mini, which has finally received some of the Pro treatment from the iPad Pro lineup. Now, that Pro treatment being a new square-like design, as we see on the iPad Pros, which brings a new 8.3 Liquid Retina display to the iPad mini, a touch sensor in the power button, and also a USB-C port on the bottom. Now, we also see the new A15 Bionic chip ship with this new iPad, which brings over 40% faster CPU speeds versus the previous generation, and also 80% faster GPU speeds. Now, this chip also allows for 5G connectivity, 4K video recording, and we also have the ability to use the new 2nd generation Apple Pencil as well. Now, as far as cameras go, you have a new 12 megapixel rear camera and also that same 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera that we saw on the last iPad Pro devices, and also that 9th generation iPad as well. So we have a lot of really awesome hardware with this new iPad mini, and given you have so much awesome processing speed, new photo and video capabilities, along with USB-C, I can see this being a very handy creative tool should you want to save some money and want a smaller tablet size. Now, the starting price is $499, and you can order today, September 14, and it will be available for in-store pickup and deliveries next week. Okay, so those were the new iPads from Apple, and now for the very disappointing Apple Watch Series 7. So what is new with the Series 7? Well, we have a new display, but it's really just slightly larger than last year's model and doesn't really bring anything exciting other than more screen brightness and more screen real estate. There is, however, more durability with the screen, an IP6X rating as well, and faster charging, and I believe there's new color options available for almost all material options. Now, if you're like me, you're probably very disappointed in these very, very minor improvements, but if you want to get into the Apple Watch Series 7, it's really not that expensive as they start at $399 and will be available later this fall. Now, let's get into the big show, the big attraction for every September event, and that is the iPhone. We saw the new iPhone 13 and 13 Pro lineup announced, and with the iPhone 13 and 13 mini, bringing a new Super Retina display that's 28% brighter, a new rear diagonal camera system, a larger camera sensor with optical image stabilization, and the A15 Bionic chip that has a 6-core CPU and a 4-core GPU. Now, all of these camera improvements will bring better low light photos, better OIS for moving shots, and also a new cinematic movie shooting mode, which will allow you to rack focus as you are shooting. So that was the iPhone 13 and 13 mini, and both will be available to order later this week at $699 for the 13 mini and $799 for the 13. Those will also come with the A15 Bionic chip. Okay, so moving on to the big guns, and that would be the 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max devices. These also come with the A15 Bionic chip, but actually have a 6-core CPU and a 5-core GPU, which allows for more features like the adaptive frame rate control. Now, finally, we have Pro Motion technology in the iPhone, which will allow for up to 120 Hz when scrolling, and this will also be adaptive, so you can actually save battery when you don't need that 120 Hz display. Now, the new display also comes with a 1000 nit peak brightness, which is brighter than before, and I believe 1200 nit brightness for HDR content. Now, what's also really cool is we do have a new true depth camera system at the front of the display, so it's actually very much smaller than what we had before. So we're slowly chipping away at that front notch and hopefully getting rid of it by next year, but we do have more screen real estate here in the iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max. Now, what's really cool is the camera improvements, which we'll be covering, by the way, very in depth when we get these devices in hand, hopefully next week. We will have a new camera system on the back with new lenses and optical lengths, and also video recording capabilities as well, like cinematic mode and ProRes recording. Again, I really want to get in, I don't really want to go over the specs. I kind of just want to get into actual real life performance. So definitely stay tuned next week for more content on the 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max devices to see exactly what those camera systems kind of bring to our user capabilities, and also how what results they provide us when actually putting them to use. So guys, that was a very brief rundown of the Pro level iPhone 13 devices, and the Pro will start at $999 while the Pro Max will start at $1099. There's also a new 1 terabyte storage option, which I would highly recommend for users who like to use their phones as creative devices, so check that out when you go ahead and order. Now, pre-orders will begin this coming Friday on the 17th and will be available on September 24th in stores. So guys, that's a recap of Apple's September event. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But honestly, for me, I was actually very disappointed. The new iPads were a breath of fresh air for users who are interested in those two models specifically. But the Apple Watch Series 7, the Apple TV series and everything like that, and then also the new iPhones were all kind of lackluster with what's new and the overall designs. And I was actually just kind of expecting a little bit more from Apple this year. I guess we'll have to wait for more news on new AirPods, MacBook Pros, and any other products that people were expecting from this event specifically, as those will likely come in a November event or announcement. But guys, yeah, that is it for this event. That's all of what Apple had to present. But one other really quick announcement is that iOS 15, iPadOS 15, watchOS 8, and tvOS 15 will be available for public download and install on September 20th. So stay tuned for more news on how to upgrade to iOS 15 and all of those software platforms and what you should do before making the jump. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching today's video. And of course, if you have any questions or comments about today's video, please leave them in the comment section down below. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video on the updated YouTube channel. Before you head out, make sure to get subscribed and also hit that notification bell button to stay up to date for when we publish any new content here on the channel. Also, if you want to check out some other things that we have going on, check the channel information link down below. It's solo.to/updated. You can check out our channel memberships, our merch store, my personal Twitter account, which you should totally follow, and a link to the Updated podcast where we have new episodes every single week. That podcast is called The Infinite Loop, and we talk about everything going on in the world of tech. Also, we have links to our giveaways sponsored by awesome companies like Bravado VPN, so definitely check those out as well. We'll have a new one every single month. So guys, thank you again for watching today's video, and we hope to see you guys in some upcoming content. But until then, I hope you all have an awesome day.